Yo, so what is going on, guys? It is that Domino Effect, and welcome back. Today I'm bringing you guys a 66-0 flawless. We're playing some Hardpoint on slums using the HAMR light machine gun. And do you guys see the start I got there? Went absolutely ham. Picked up the Bloodthirsty, the Fury medal. I have no idea what they mean, but they look pretty cool. And you know, I picked up 5 or 6 defends already, and we're already on the way to the first kill streak, which I think is the Warhawk. Now, the Warhawk is kind of, it's more of a cool kill streak than anything else. I think it's probably my favourite kill streak, but in terms of how many points it is and what it actually does, it is probably not worth it. I'd only run it for, like, you know, just looking at it because it looks really, really cool as it comes in. But yeah, I'd love to have an intro with the Warhawk just coming down. I think that'd be epic. I don't know how I'd do it though. I have to go in maybe theatre mode or something. I might try and do that for you guys. Who knows? But yeah, this gameplay was kind of cool, but I want to kind of apologise because I've cut this gameplay up into many different segments. Well, it's not really my fault because the other team just left and they kind of made it a little bit boring at times. And there's certain points in the video where I'm pretty much just sat on a hard point by myself, not really getting too many kills. And when you're using the LMG, you've got Fat Man Run, so you can't really get to the kills as quick as the other people in the team. So what I like to do with it is just kind of stay in one area and just wait for the spawn to flip, and then you'll be able to take them out. But the HAMR is an absolutely amazing gun. I think it's probably my favourite light machine gun. At the moment I have about 300 kills with it, and I've got about a 9.7 KD with that gun, and that's kind of crazy when I think like my MSMC KD is only like 3. I think just the way you play with LMGs makes you do, you know, inherently better, and I think that's what I found with this gun. Although to be fair, guns like the MSMC, the PDW, I only really pull them out when I really need to, you know, really hard games and stuff. But the HAMR, it just kind of reminds me of the Scar, but in like a light machine gun form. I have no idea about gun history or not much knowledge at all on weapons. I'd love to learn a bit more about weapons and then talk to you guys about them. But you know, it's just not my expertise. Sadly, we don't live in America, so we don't get to own guns over here, although it might be a bad thing the way things are looking out at the moment. But it looks a little bit like the Scar. If you guys can tell, the iron sight looks really similar. You know, it's just got that round drum at the bottom, and it really does look the same thing. I have no idea if it is or not. Maybe someone can tell me. But yeah, I was a big fan of the Scar, both the Scar H and the Scar L, the light version and the heavy. And you don't need a sight on this gun, and that's something which is kind of cool because it means you can free up some other slots and stuff. I think I'm using Flat Jacket and Hardline in this game, not too sure. But you know, you can free up some other slots. You can just go with I think I'm using stock and maybe foregrip, I'm not too sure. But normally people like to rock the target finders on LMGs, and I have to admit the target finder with the stock is bordering overpowered. I don't know what to say about the target finder. I haven't really decided fully on whether it's OP yet, and I want to make a video in which I get a really good gameplay with the target finder, so then I can talk about it a little bit more and just tell you guys my thoughts on it. But there is a lot of controversy with that. Not many people seem to like it, and I have no idea why. There are some instances when I can tell that the guy's got a target finder before I watch the kill cam. I'll be like, how is that guy kill me from there? And then before I see what gun he had, you know, it's a target finder. You gotta think, for every long range kill they get, you know, those short range engagements where you got a target finder, they can struggle immensely. That's why I guess a lot of people like to use the stock, so they can, you know, aim around corners and stuff quicker. But yeah, the target finder, I don't know, I can't make a decision until I've used it loads yet. I have got to admit, I have been steering away from using it simply because I you know, I don't want people to like hate on me and stuff, and you know, it's hard enough when you've got a small channel. You don't want people to hate on your videos, and it's just I don't know, just staying clear of it and just letting other people decide whether you can upload it or not. I guess if it is overpowered, I'm gonna have to get a very good gameplay with it to, you know, kind of prove that it's a decent gameplay. And I've been thinking a lot recently about the quality of gameplay and stuff, and for some reason every time I play Hardpoint I get good games, and it's just, I talked about this in my other video where I went 115-4, but for some reason Hardpoint is where it's at for me. I just have not, I can't explain it. I said this in my other video, I can't explain why it's Hardpoint which I like playing. But I'm really tempted to do some live streaming when I get the Elgato, because Buffalo said it's easier, and Buffalo has actually recommended me to get an Elgato instead of the HD PVR. You know, it'll make things look a lot prettier at the back and stuff, so I'm definitely going to be trying that. And I was a little bit skeptical about live streaming before, simply because, you know, I don't want you guys to see me have a bad game. I really don't, because I want my channel to be based on me being good at a game and you guys, you know, picking up tips, picking up tricks and stuff. And when I'm in a live stream and I have a bad game, it ain't gonna look too good. But I think everyone now, you know, they kind of realise that, you know, everyone has bad games, and it's pretty much unavoidable in this game. Yeah, that's all I've got to say really. I don't really have any other news to tell you guys. I guess I might play some PlayStation tonight. I haven't really been playing too much in the last few days, simply because I got exams in January. Well, it is January now, in like, I think it's like 10 days or so. But I'm not looking forward to that. I'm just sick of doing exams, man. Like, I'm 19 and I'm still doing exams and stuff. It's just getting to the point where it's just horrible. Still feel like I'm being treated like a kid at university. You know, it's the same thing as fucking school. But ignore that. That's a rant for another video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the gameplay. I thought it was a pretty cool game. 66-0. It's not bad. I got some better scores on the way. 90-1 with the DSR, but I told you guys about that in my last video. Unfortunately, it's on Raid, so I'm a little bit, skeptical to upload that again because everyone seems to be posting on Raid, and I think Raid is like, it probably is the best map in the game. Reminds me a bit of Firing Range, just in the way, how small it is and how it plays. Other than that, guys, it is that domino effect. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you could, please give it a rating, a like or a dislike. You can tell me which one you prefer, and what you enjoyed about the video, what you didn't enjoy. That would help the channel immensely. But I'll see you guys next time, and have a wonderful day.